Hello, my name is Maple Buescher and I am 18 years old. I just graduated this spring from Cleveland Heights High School, where I played violin in the orchestra and was a member of the drama club and played on the soccer team. And next fall, I will be a freshman at Bates College in Maine, where I hope to pursue a degree in English or creative writing. I really enjoy all types of writing, especially short fiction. And I'm so grateful to Obama for years and years of opportunities they've given me to learn how to write for theater and to act on stage in some of the Kids Fest shows, but especially for such a positive end to such a roller coaster of a year. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed my short play, The Playwright.
Scene 1. Lights come up. Amelie is reading a newspaper. Francois enters.
Bonjour et bon matinée, Amelie. How are you today?
Oh, hi, Francois. I'm doing okay today. Opening the newspaper didn't improve my mood, but then again, it never does.
Unrest?
Always. The revolutionaries, they're calling themselves the Republicans now, have called for the execution of the monarchs, of Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. They haven't even been overthrown yet, and the revolutionaries are already saying they want them killed. Not just gone, dead.
Extreme, don't you think?
Of course, death is never a solution, I don't think.
Their opinion. It's so odd that they're so aggressive when it's still unclear, at least to me, who's really leading. It seems more like independent scuffles than a full organized movement. Shall we head to brunch? I'm
Yes,
excited to show you this new cafe.
yes, let's.
They approach a cafe table. There is, however, only one chair sitting between the table. The other side of the table is worryingly empty. Amelie and Francois start, stop, and stare at the table, bemused, clearly unable to handle the missing chair. Suddenly, stagehand X sprints onto stage, holding the missing chair, and places it by the table. They dart off quickly. Amelie, Francois, and the waiter stare after stagehand X.
What the devil?
What's that?
That was bizarre.
Do you have any idea who that was?
No, never seen somebody dressed in all black like that. For now, take a seat. That person obviously wanted you to have a chair, wanted the setting to be right. Do you need a minute to consider the menu?
Francois, I don't know about you, but I'm ready. I like the pâté de foie gras, please.
And I'll take. Do you have a boeuf bourguignon?
Of course, monsieur. Boeuf bourguignon and pâté de foie gras. I'll place that order right away.
Waiter exits. Amelie glances all around her.
Looking for our mysterious chair thief?
I. Yes, it's just so bizarre. Anyway, we were talking about the unrest.
Yes. Just that it's all a bit confusing, whether these are protests or a full-scale revolution, and who is leading the charge if it is indeed the latter.
I know, almost like nobody really understands who is in charge.
The waiter returns bearing food.
For you, monsieur. And you, mademoiselle?
The waiter leaves. Francois and Amelie eat. Between mouthfuls, they continue talking.
I'm not sure how I feel either about a potential dissolution of the monarchy. I understand they have been out of touch as of late, but they do provide a sense of stability. Should we really trust the masses to change the makeup of the government every single year?
Sounds like you don't think that the people have the ability to self-govern.
Not that I don't think. Well, yes, I suppose almost. Isn't it better to have a strong, steady, guiding, all-powerful force than being in total flux based on random emotion swings?
Isn't that what life is, though? You don't have an all-powerful force guiding every aspect of your life, determining where you go and what you say, like some character in a play.
Would we know if we were, though?
I wouldn't want to know.
Wouldn't you? I would. We know the monarchy is corrupt, but at least we know where real power lies.
We can do something about the monarchy. The unrest in the streets proves that.
Overthrowing a monarchy, though, I think it's far more difficult than you seem to believe.
The Americans did it just years ago.
They finish eating and stand up.
Shall we stroll to the park?
That sounds lovely.
They stand and depart the table, meandering slowly across the stage. Just out of their line of sight, stagehands X and Y carry the table off stage and replace it with a park bench, which Francois and Amelie approach.
Shall we sit?
Why not?
Francois and Amelie sit close together on one side of the bench. The lights dim, and a spotlight comes on to illuminate precisely the wrong side of the bench. Francois and Amelie sit in darkness, while the other end of the bench is bathed in dazzling light. Francois and Amelie do not notice this whatsoever.
One of my friends brought up an interesting point about the efficiency of monarchy as a governmental model yesterday.
Really? What was their position?
She thought that, all things considered, a monarch is a positive model of government because the consolidation of power allows for quick, efficient decisions and responses to crises.
But has our monarchy really shown itself to respond efficiently to crises?
Stagehands X and Y seize the bench, one on each end, moving the end of the bench where Francois and Amelie sit into the light. This time, Francois and Amelie notice what's going on. They cry out in shock and clutch onto each other as they are jolted to one side.
What in the hell?
What? Did you see what happened? Oh my God, the whole bench moved. Did you see them, Francois, all in black, like the person at the cafe?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They're gone now. We've stopped moving. Everything is going to be okay. You're okay. See, look, the sun's even come out. That's nice.
Doc enters wearing a satchel or backpack and strolls across the stage, stopping in front of the bench to chat.
Good afternoon. My name is Jacques, and I'm an organizer for the Republicans. I would like to encourage you to join a protest this weekend. Would you like a pamphlet?
Sure. Okay, we'll take a pamphlet.
Jacques opens his satchel and reaches inside. He freezes, gropes around, and then draws the satchel to his face, searching wildly, obviously unable to find a pamphlet. Stagehand X runs on, clutching an armful of pamphlets, grabs the satchel, fills it, and runs off stage.
Francois, that's the person with the chair from the cafe. I'm absolutely certain that's the person who ran in with the chair and put it down.
You think they're revolutionary?
I have never seen that person in my life. I promise you, they're not a Republican. At least not one of our group.
Then who?
I suppose just a concerned citizen. Anyway, here's your pamphlet. Well, I must be getting on.
And I should be getting home.
She stands. Francois exits. Amelie comes to downstage, walking in place as if she is strolling home through the park. Stagehand Y comes on, grabs the bench, and takes it off. Stagehand X begins bringing on some sort of house furniture, a chair perhaps. Stagehands X and Y bump into each other. All the set pieces crash to the floor with a clatter. Everything is going wrong.
What the hell is going on out there? Pull it together, all of you. T-Paul, what is happening to the lights? Get control of them, please. And you two, is it really that hard to carry a bench? God above, help me.
Francois, come here. I heard a voice.
A voice? What do you mean? From where?
Just a voice. It said something like, is it really that hard to carry a bench? It came from air?
You, who are you? No. You don't get to leave. Who are you? And do you know anything about the voice?
I don't think I'm supposed to talk to you.
You're not. What? Do you know who we are?
I mean, well, of course, everybody knows who you are. You and Amelie and Bud.
What? What do you mean, everybody?
I just mean everybody. I really can't be talking to you, okay?
Leon, get off the stage now.
Yes. Bad voice. Do you know who it is?
I can't.
No, you're showing up everywhere today, stealing chairs and moving benches, and now there's a mysterious voice, and you know who it is. So you do not get to run away. Who is it? Tell me now.
I look. There's just a director, okay? Now let me go. I really have to go.
On their way off stage, stagehand Y pulls the script from their waistband, beginning to look over their upcoming cues. The script flies wildly in the air. Amelie sprints over and picks up the paper before stagehand Y can.
What is this? Script? What is this?
Now that you really can't see, give it.
No. What is this? Francois, come here. We're in this. Amelie and Francois enter and approach a cafe table.
Give it here, now.
Amelie is flipping through pages, and now she arrives at the last page, and she freezes.
No.
What?
No, you can't see.
Francois,
Shut up, give it.
Francois, look. Francois enters and glances frantically around. His gaze finds Amelie's slumped corpse. He freezes and stumbles over. He grasps at Amelie's neck for a pulse, but of course there is none. And after a minute, Francois realizes she is gone. Francois, I die.
God damn it, you're not supposed to know that.
In one deft motion, stagehand Y swipes the script back, but it whips, and Amelie ends up with the last page still in her hand. Stagehand Y, uncaring, sprints off, and Amelie slumps to the ground.
Francois, I don't have words. Someone has been following us and writing us and telling us what to say and when and how and deciding everything we do, and everything we do is because of this script.
That is what it looks like, isn't it?
Why aren't you more upset? This means we have no free will.
Well, isn't this what you wanted? Why you thought there should be a monarchy? The opinions of the people are fluid and quick changing, and it's better to have a definitive, all-powerful force?
But that's different.
Is it?
That's a government, that's foreign affairs, it's policy. This is real. This is me dying.
What does it say exactly?
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take this page back too.
It's about me. I have a right to know.
You don't actually. You won't behave correctly if you know. You'd mess up the ending if you read it beforehand. Just give it here.
No, wait just a minute. You said we'd mess it up if we knew?
Bro, yes, literally just said that.
Bro, what does that mean?
Never mind. The point is, Yes, that's what I said. You can't know the ending because then you won't behave right.
But if we do nothing, the ending is already decided. Like you already know how our lives will end.
Bro, duh. That means obviously. Bro, I know all about you. I know your names, your stories, your costumes. It's all there in the script. It was all written down, made up by the playwright, and written into the script. And yes, the ending too. Everything about you is in the script.
But that doesn't make any sense. We're not just figments of imagination. We're real people. I'm Francois Martin, and she's Amélie Dubois. And you couldn't just, like, nobody could just make that up.
Couldn't they though? I mean, Francois. Could you possibly think of a more cliche French name? Come on. And what was the revolutionary's name? Jacques? Again, like what? So cliche. And your last names? Martin and Dubois. And even what you had for lunch, I mean, pâté de foie gras. It sounds like the playwright just Googled a list of French foods. Lazy writing, to be honest.
The playwright?
You didn't think the script just appeared, did it? Somebody had to write it.
Stagehand X snatches the script from Amelie's limp hand and strides confidently off.
Someone writing and scripting and playing with our lives as if they're nothing more than a game, nothing more than a means to win a writing competition?
Did that really shock you that much?
What? What are you talking about? Of course it did. How could it not?
You're the one who told me earlier you'd want to know if you were a book character.
I was wrong, okay? Is that what you want to hear? I was wrong. I don't want to know. I wish I didn't know. Oh God, I wish I, oh my God.
No, okay, oh, shh, shh. Amelie, I'm so sorry. It's okay.
How can you live? How could you live if you know you're going to die?
Amelie, that's what all of us do every single day. We wake up knowing that some morning, one day long into the future, will be our last, and we keep waking up anyway.
But I'm about to die very soon, like at the end of the play.
If God struck you with a lightning bolt tomorrow and killed you, would you be upset?
Maybe, I suppose, but that's obviously what he wanted to happen, so no.
And yet you're furious when the playwright does it? What's the difference?
The playwright is human, and yet he has the audacity to play with other people's lives, to manipulate people into doing what he wants. God, imagine being that arrogant. He. What?
The playwright, she, not he. She's female.
She then, God, she is stupid and arrogant and playing God. Imagine the audacity. She's evil.
See, Amelie, I really think your anger is more about the playwright and her control, and less about, God or death or anything. I think it's because it's so obvious that you're not in control. You can't do anything about it. I think you, we, all of us, everyone, we always try to pretend we're in control, and we like thinking that we are, but we aren't. And now you and I, we can't pretend anymore. And that's why it's so hard.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I know. I'm sorry. Here, let me walk you home. You're going to take a bath and then a nap, and you're going to feel better. Let's go home.
Francois guides Amelie to an upstage corner, and then they begin a slow downstage cross as if walking home. Around them there is furtive movement as the stagehands enter. They converse in whispers.
What are we doing?
He was taking her home, set up the home scene.
My God, that's what we were starting to do before everything fell apart. That's ironic.
That's not ironic at all. Of course, that's what's happening. There was a slight diversion, and now we're going back to where we were supposed to be, the home scene. No matter what they do, they always eventually end up back at the right place.
God, don't tell Amelie that. She'll flip.
What?
I thought I heard someone say my name. Just softly.
Amelie turns, her eyes align on the stagehands setting up her home.
Now you've done it.
Get out. Get out!
What, Amelie? What?
Get out of my house! Get out!
Stagehands flee. Francois guides Amelie to the chair, which has been now set up for her.
Maybe you should go to bed, Amelie. Maybe it'll look better in the morning.
I can't do this anymore, Francois. I can't.
Do what?
Live like this. Live when I have no control over anything. What is the point of me being alive at all if I can't change anything? Do anything? What is the point of living if all I'm doing is acting out a life somebody else wrote down?
Life is still life, Amelie. Breathing is still breathing. Nobody, I promise, nobody in the real world has full, complete, entire control over everything in their life.
Then what do I control? What would be different if I wasn't me? They could just redo it with a different name. You heard that guy say the playwright just Googled French names. The play doesn't need me.
I do, Amelie. I need you. Even if I'm just a character, even if this is just a script, I need you.
I don't think so. I think the playwright could just rewrite it so you don't want me at all. You see what I mean, Francois? We're utterly meaningless, both of us.
You have to go to sleep. Now, come on. Let's get you into bed.
Francois guides Amelie to the side of the stage. The lights change as he walks home. Francois sees the fallen script and pauses. He has an obvious internal debate, then reaches down to pick it up. He scans it, then is visibly electrified and begins to run off in a panic.
Oh God. No. Oh God. Amelie!
Meanwhile, Amelie has re-entered downstage, holding a gun.
Oh my God. Amelie, what are you doing?
Controlling the only thing I can possibly control.
No, Amelie. No, stop that.
Why? I don't get to choose anything. I have no say in my own life.
Come on, Amelie. Isn't life worth it anyway? Isn't it worth it to see the world? To breathe in fresh air and watch the wonders of the universe, even without controlling when you do so? Amelie, wasn't it worth it to feel the sun on your face? Even if it was those guys who moved the bench into the sun for you? It was, Amelie, it was. I promise you it was. I promise you it was worth meeting Jacques, even if he has a cliche name. I promise you it was worth debating politics, even if the war's outcome isn't our control. Living, Even if you don't control everything, it's worth it. I promise. Tasting delicious pâté de foie gras, even if it's stereotypical. Feeling the sun, even if someone moves you into its warmth. Meeting me, even if it was preordained. I promise you, Amelie, I promise you, living is worth it. Nobody controls their life. But Amelie, I promise you, it's worth living anyway. The world is a wonderful place regardless of how much you control it. Give me the gun, Amelie.
Amelie does.
Good job, Amelie. Now, come on. Let's go take a stroll in the park. Let's go to brunch and discuss politics because that is worth it in and of itself.
Can we get scones on the way to the park?
Of course, Amelie. That sounds delightful.
Yes. Scones sound good.
Let's go. You don't have to control everything always. You can enjoy life anyway.
I don't have to control everything always. I can enjoy life anyway, and I should keep living.
The world is a wide open place, just waiting for us.
When they exit, everything pauses as if the show is well and truly over. And then, after a few moments, stagehands X and Y enter.
What just happened?
What do you mean?
She said, I don't have to control everything always. I can enjoy life anyway. She was submitting to the script, saying she'd do what the playwright wanted, saying she'd enjoy life even if she was just living out what the script said.
Yeah, so?
So, she was supposed to die at the end. It says so in the script. The play ends with Amelie's suicide.
So when she said that she was okay doing whatever the script told her to do when she decided to live anyway.
In that very moment, and deciding to live despite the script's influence, she totally defied the script, completely rejected its power.
I didn't know you could even do that.
Me neither.
I don't get it.
What do you mean? Get what?
I don't get it. Any of it. Does the script control her or not? Should she submit to its power? Or is it good that she defined it, controlled her own destiny? But she only did that because she thought she was submitting, and I don't get it. It's all muddy. I don't get the moral, the lesson.
Maybe there isn't a moral. Maybe there isn't a clear lesson. Maybe we're too eager to see life lessons in everything.
I always like to find meaning in theater, though.
Fine then. Try this. Maybe the point of it is that life is muddy. And maybe we have some control, but only when we think we don't. Or maybe it's murkier than that. Maybe the point is that we don't really understand what we do or don't control. Maybe the point is we should live anyway.
We should live anyway.
Yes. No matter what, we should always live anyway.
The lights linger, then go to black. This finally is the ending. Or so it seems.
Excellent work, everybody. Congratulations on your first complete run of the show.
And everybody comes back on now. Even Francois and Amelie are now clearly actors. They all grin and high five each other, whistling and celebrating.
All right, we'll call that here for today. Get some rest tonight. We'll go over notes and do some tweaks tomorrow. Excellent work. Again, proud of you all. See you tomorrow.
And this, well and truly now, is finally the end.